Howdy, my peoples. How are you today? Thank you for joining me today. Today, I will be discussing part two of Flip and Fix. My last video, well, let's start with the very first video. The very first video I put out, it says Fix and Flip 101. So it just gave you a lot of details on how to fix and flip your first property. Then I started to break it down. So then the video after that was your very first tip was to find the deal. So now that you found the deal, let's move on to tip number two, which is analyzing the deal. So I'm going to give you some short tips today on how to get started with analyzing that deal that you just found. Before I get started, please let me introduce myself. My name is Detra Harris. I am the Managing Director for Strive Wealth Builders. We are RIA, Real Estate Investment Association, located here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Please visit our website at strivewealthbuilders.com. Join, there's no membership fee to join. If you are not a family member, meaning you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click now and become a family member. We love to have you. We love talking about real estate investing and other really important money matters. So let's get started. The decision-making process with any fix and flip property isn't based on your gut or maybes. Okay, so let's back that up. It's not a maybe here. It's about the numbers. So it's a lot of other factors that go into that, but we're going to analyze a deal because it's really about the numbers. House flipping involves risk, and that risk can be calculated. There are tried and true formulas for successful house flipping that can help you minimize risk and maximize your profit. Due diligence and a realistic renovation plan is critical for the success of your fix and flip property. Let me repeat that. Due diligence and a realistic renovation plan. Okay, not, I want to put glass over here and we're going to have this grand piano in the living room and we're going to have all these whistles and blowers on it. No, let's look at the numbers. Let's be realistic and let's get this house fixed and flipped and let's make some money, right? So that's going to be your goal for fix and flip. So what I'm going to now go into is, does it pencil? We use that a lot. Does it pencil means that will the numbers work? Does the numbers work for you? Now we use a really short analysis just to get started. There's many ways that you can analyze deals. I suggest start with just writing down so you can understand all of the details on a small spreadsheet. Use a small Excel spreadsheet or something similar. Write it down on a piece of paper so you understand the calculations that's needed for the fix and flip. Now, once you learn how to do that, then there are several softwares out there that can make your life a lot easier by just plugging in the numbers and everything calculates for you. As a matter of fact, if you are a member of Bigger Pockets has great calculators for fix and flip. So you can always graduate to a fix and flip calculator that will definitely help you. So what we do is, for short, we call it a MAO, which means a maximum allowable offer. And this is how that goes. So we want to determine our after repair value, which is really important. And you'll hear that term a lot in fix and flip deals, after repair value, ARV. So you want to understand, what can you resell this property for after you fix it? So let's look at some numbers. Let's just go through a short analysis of what that looks like. So let's say that our after repair value is $150,000 for the property. Next, we want to calculate, well, how much will it cost me to purchase this property? What are my loan? What would the loan look like? What is my funding behind that? So let's just use a number, $6,000. So that's your origination fees, your closing costs, your interest, and all of that. So that is $6,000. Next, let's look at, well, what is it going to cost us to repair this property? I'm just going to use a small number. Let's use $25,000 to repair it. So that's all expenses related to your renovations, $25,000. Next, we're going to have to hold the property for at least 30 days to 60 days. And what that means is we have to pay insurance, we have to pay utilities, taxes, and other fees to hold the property during the renovation process. So let's say, let's just use a small number, $2,000 is our holding costs, right, for this property. Next, we have resale fees. So when you are finished remodeling your property, you're going to have to put it back on the market. You're going to have to pay your realtor. I'm going to use a 6% commission on that. So let's say the resale fees are $9,000 for this property. Now what we want to do is add up all of our costs. Okay, so it's ARV minus cost to flip this property. That's $6,000, $25,000, $2,000, and $9,000. And then what we want to do is subtract that from our value of the property, which is $150,000. So let's subtract all of that, and what we come to is $108,000. So the ARV minus the cost to flip it is $108,000. Now here's the big tip to analyzing this deal. We want to determine what will we offer the seller for this property to make sure that we make the profit that we want to make after we resell the property and subtract all of the money that was needed for us to get to this point. What does that look like? So what we use on average is a standard 70%. So you want to take that 108,000 times it by 0.70. You're going to get the maximum allowable offer, which is 75,600. That's your MAO, MAO. So that's what you want to offer on this deal. And offering that on this deal, and if the seller accepts it, then you will have a whopping $32,400 profit. That's it. You can do this. You can do this. So now the MAO is just the beginning, right? Whether you're doing one flip or a dozen, the numbers don't lie, and having a clear financial outlook is critical to any success house flipping endeavor. There are numbers and other important formulas, including determining the ARV, calculating the cost of money, and more. So those are the details of analyzing your fix and flip property. So get to work, all right? So next time we will move on to, after you analyze the deal, what's next? Stay tuned. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this was good information for you, and I'll see you next time.